Hello, and welcome back to Hidden Gems Podcast. I'm your host, Deanna Bradley. Today's segment, I don't think y'all ready for this. I have the one and only Miss Tay from Tailor Made by Tay. You want to say hello to the people?
Hi.
And we have Mom over here to my left. Go ahead and tell them who this is, who this be.
Hello, I am Thomasine. Everyone knows me as Cena or Taelynn's mom.
That's exactly how I was going to introduce you, as Taelynn's mom. So let's get a little backstory. How did all of this come about? You want to answer? How did you formulate Tailor Made? How did this come about?
Well, tell her about COVID. She started. She was modeling, of course.
Since COVID started, it began when I started watching Lele and her music videos. And ever since COVID started, things started to shut down, like most things kids can do. So I had an idea, me and my mother had an idea to start some things kids can do for COVID. And
so she came up with the whole fashion and talent because she was modeling. She likes modeling. I like talent. So we came up with the fashion and talent show because she wanted to be able to model again. And she had started creating some designs, so she wanted to kind of come up with her own show because she thought, she wasn't just getting invited to shows. She didn't really understand the concept that, everything was shut down and no one was doing anything. Right. So she had, went into this, I'm just going to throw my own show. And at the time, we were actually looking at moving from Fayetteville. So I don't know if you've seen Coming to America when he threw his own funeral. So we was like, you know what? We're going to throw our own going away party, and it's going to be in lieu of a fashion show. So we did the first one, and it was kind of big. Everybody was excited. Everybody was happy to be out the house, and
now it came to this.
Yes, and now we're on part 5. So we just kind of kept going from there.
Hopefully it'll be a part 6.
Is there going to be a part 6? Are we hinting towards a part 6?
It might.
Maybe.
Yes.
I think you need to do a part 6.
I think I should do a part 6.
So we have the background. Which is phenomenal. And the thing about it is that this was the idea of a young one, a little one, because I remember, some of y'all don't know, Cena and I taught at the same school. And so everybody automatically thought we were sisters because we have the same last name. And technically I am. She's my older sister. But I was waiting. I said, did she catch that one? But yeah, I so love her family. Just amazing. But this right here is groundbreaking because you're so young, Miss Tay, so young and so insightful. What is your process in putting everything together? What do you look for in your models?
So I'm looking for people that don't think models just playing around. That is actually something you can do for a career, fun, plenty of things. I don't want one that's just I don't like when models to eat into designers' clothes.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Even when it's a very special clothes.
And so I saw you at this past event. Is it Vincent?
Yes,
Ingram?
Vincent.
And you design your own clothes, which is amazing. And I'm assuming that your favorite color is pink.
No, is it? No, blue.
What is it? It's blue. But I'm telling you, I loved everything that I saw. And then you had to come out and show them how it was done. And Mom was like, oh yeah, she was up there taking those pictures. But it was so wonderful. If you missed it, you missed it. Sorry, you missed it. So moving forward, You said number 6, but let's spiral back to number 5. What were some of the major things that you saw?
That bothered me.
Well, if you want to go there, sure. Let's talk about what bothered you at number 5.
We'll talk about both, but
Okay.
I want to talk about what bothered me first.
Okay, let's talk about what bothered you.
So first, when we were lining up for my show, or my designs. Well, for part 5, that they weren't going all over the place. But what I hate, honestly, is when you have to have them in a certain order and they keep getting out of order.
Oh, okay, absolutely.
And that almost all happens with the wrong models.
Gotcha.
The second thing I didn't like was... Well, that's all the things I didn't like.
Said that was just
Or
messing with you.
it was, I think I saw some kids eating around in some dresses, like chips, and they had chip dust all over their fingers. Then later they're touching their dresses. I didn't see no finger marks, but I'm assuming it was finger marks. And then it was a lady that I had to walk for, right? At least I would say she looks like she's in her 40s. And well, when I tried to get dressed for another designer, she came out of nowhere and said, can you try this dress real quick? And I said, sure, after I try on the something for this designer. And she said, can I just do it right now? So she wasn't stop asking. So I got tired of her keep asking the same question. So I said yes. And then when she come back, when it's almost her turn to do it, she asked what dress I was wearing. I told her the dress I was wearing, but she said, no, you're wearing the other dress. Then this designer she was before that had to try on said that was her dress, and she keeps saying no. But I still end up wearing that dress.
And all these things that she's speaking about is honestly things that are industry standard. So
Absolutely.
with her wanting her own show, it's funny because we look at it from a 7-year-old's vision of her saying what she doesn't like. Mm-hmm. But one thing with her show is that she likes to show people, what you're going to be faced with if you are to continue to go into, different platforms and things like, eating in designers' outfits. She's a designer, so she understands the hard work
Absolutely.
that she puts into making each piece. She goes and she gets the material, so she hears the cha-ching and she
Absolutely.
sees it's a price tag. So when kids are eating in their outfits,
it's
she's
like you have to redo the dress all over again, and that's just wasting more money.
Right, or it's ruined. And so if they get other opportunities, some designers will shy away from these kids.
Right.
So her workshop that she has helps her teach these things. It was something else she had mentioned, getting out of line, in a big production. Once you line them up, it's important for you to stay in your place because the designer is looking for you. They're trying to do a runway call. So it's interesting, even me sitting here listening, because it's my first time hearing. So I'm like, okay, well, what don't you like? What do you like about the show? But the things that she is pointing out is definitely things that, can help the model keep getting other opportunities if they, get these concepts.
Most definitely. And I love the dedication at such a young age. You pay attention to detail, and that's what will set you apart. One thing that I can say, if you continue to remain humble, you haven't seen anything yet, darling. You have not. You're going to have people begging to be in your show, and we're not talking about just local talent. We're talking about on the national, even international level. where they're going to be calling you. They will be willing to pay to be in your show. I see it coming. So, part 6.
So we're excited because we wanted to throw a big fit this year and just do one. So when we had to move the show from the whole July or June to the July aspect, because it fell right dead in the middle, we were just like, we're just going to do a big show 5 and that's it. However, because, with talking to our people that's involved, our team, Taelynn, it's not fair to pull the second show because we were doing 2 shows a year, one for the summer and then one is more so for the school kids and things like that, because we're able to push in the school system. So taking away part 6, or not doing another show, this would take away the kids in school and stuff. So we're going to go ahead and go forth with a 6, but we're really excited because we're going to do a December show. So we're looking at that whole winter wonderland vibe and we're real excited about that. So December 2nd, get ready, and we have a workshop because we're noticing a lot of kids, they want to be involved but they don't have a lot of experience. There's not a lot around this area, so we're doing a workshop which everyone loves. It's the Mom I Want to Model workshop, and we're tying it in and we're reaching back to our men too, our young men. We're doing a Teach Me How to Tie seminar with the Mom I Want to workshop, and with the workshop it's going to be fun because we're inviting the parents, because parents need to see as well what their kids go through, what is backstage like for their kids. It's easy for me to be a parent, like you mentioned in the last show, where I'm like, go Tay, and taking pictures, but I'm not a forefront person. I don't really like the limelight like she does. So understanding, the psyche that goes into these kids model. A lot of time us parents, we just want our kids to perform. So we're switching the model workshop to allow them to be able to join in, and the parent's going to become a model, and not only that, but pour into our boys and our male models and teach them, how to properly do a tie, how to do a bow tie. A lot of these, because of single family homes, a lot of women have these guys and they don't know how to properly dress a suit. They don't know how to properly, cuff their cufflinks and stuff. So this workshop is going to tie into that and then lead into part 6. So we're excited.
Well, I'm loving it. And just so that you guys will know, December 2nd, it is going to be a part 6. Pay attention. What are your platforms where people can watch for the information, how they can get involved? So,
are you talking about how they get the tickets?
Yes. How can they get involved with the show if they want to be a model?
So,
Instagram. Tell them your Instagram.
My Instagram is The Real Taelynn B.
Gotcha.
And then they can look
and then they can get the tickets from Eventbrite. Search up Put On For My City.
Yes, the tickets will be on Eventbrite. If you search Put On For My City, they will go on sale next month. And Tailor Made by Tay at Gmail, or if you put in It's Tailor Made Fashion Talent Show. We're getting to the point where I tell everybody now, just Google it. It'll come up. It's plenty of information out there, but we are looking to connect with anybody, all kid models. We work for all models walking to 18.
Oh, wonderful. So you heard it here on Hidden Gems Podcast, absolutely December 2nd. Y'all better pay attention to those Instagrams. And I got to go back and I have to talk about GE2MS, because follow us, like us. You will see some amazing things, including the segments that we have already recorded. They are dropped on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. GE2MS, I'm Deanna Bradley, Hidden Gems. Talk with you soon.